Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'm going to do your homework on page 32. Okay, I'm going to start from question 8, guys. Question 8, basically what it's saying is 0,00003937. How do we write this number in scientific notation? Guys, remember this is a very small number, and remember for very small numbers, we're going to start moving the comma from left to right until we get one digit on our left hand side. So then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to start from here. As you can see, guys, the number, the comma is here. So if I start from here and move this comma to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I move this comma 5 times, and now I'm going to remove the zeros. My number becomes 3,937. And remember, the number of the times you move this comma from left to the right is going to be your power. So 3,937 times 10 to the power of -5. Why it's not a positive number? It's negative because the number is very small number. Remember, we're going to use the negative power for very small numbers and positive power for very big numbers. Okay, so now let's look at question 9. 32 million. Now we're going to write this number in scientific notation. Guys, remember when we have very big numbers, obviously our power is going to be positive. And also remember, there is no decimal in whole numbers. That's why we assume that the comma is there at the end of the number. So it's going to be here. Now I'm going to count, I'm going to move this comma from right to the left. Remember, negative numbers left to right, positive numbers right to the left. Okay, so I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I have only one number on my left hand side, which is 3. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to rewrite this number without zeros. Okay, the number is going to be 3, sorry, this is not 7, 3, 2. Okay, 3,2 times 10 to the power of 7. Why 10 to the power of 7? Because I moved this comma from right to the left 7 times. That's why my power is going to be 7. Okay, question 10. Again, I have a very small number, guys. In like question 8 and 9, it's in a regular form, so I'm going to write this number in scientific notation. Right, so my comma is here now. I'm going to move it to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to remove the zeros. I'm going to rewrite this number 3.5 times 10 to the power of -6 because I moved this comma from left to the right 6 times, and my number is very small number. That's why my power is negative. All right, question 11. Okay, same type question. Again, I have a very small number, so I'm going to move this comma from left to the right until I have only one digit on my left hand side. Okay, the comma is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to stop here. 9,078 times 10 to the power of -5 because I moved this comma from left to the right 5 times, and the number is very small number. That's why my power is going to be -5. Question 12. Guys, I've received this question from some of your friends. They asked me they were, I think, having some issues with this question. It's very, very easy question. It's just a bit tricky. We need to figure out that now. Okay, it says 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6 is divided by 385 times 10 to the power of 4. Guys, basically 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6 and 385 times 10 to the power of 4 is same thing. So why it's same? Let's look at this here. 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6, guys. If I move this comma from here, see comma is here now, 1, 2. Now my number from here, I move this comma from here until here. So 2 times I move this comma from left to the right. Then my power also now will decrease 2 times because I moved this comma 2 times. So it's going to be 385 times 10 to the power 4. Okay. Or what we can do, guys, let's look at the second part of the question. 385 times 10 to the power of 4. It's a whole number. I assume that my comma is going to be here. So I'm going to move this from right to the left. 1, 2. Now I've got 3,85 times, because 2 times I move this comma, so my power will increase by 2. 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6. So what we can do is, if the question is saying it's 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6 is divided by 385 times 10 to the power of 4. So what we basically see in this question is 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6 equals to 385 times 10 to the power of 4. So basically, it's, guys, both numbers are the same or can be written in the same form. Right. So then I'm going to say 385 times 10 to the power of 6 divided by 3,85 times 10 to the power of 6. Or you can say 385 times 10 to the power of 4 divided by 385 times 10 to the power of 4. Then your answer again is going to be 1, because look at this now. Everything is the same. It's just same as 3 divided by 3 or 4 divided by 4. Because the same number is divided by itself, guys, your answer is going to be 1. Okay. Question 13. Okay, let's look at question 13, what it says. Okay, 6, 3 times 10 to the power of 8 is divided by 3 times 10 to the power of 4. Guys, 6, 3 is coefficient, and at the bottom, as you can see here, 3 is coefficient. So then I can do this. 10 to the power of 8 is exponent, guys. Remember, 10 to the power of 4 is also exponent. So I can do division between the coefficients and exponent. If I say 6,3 divided by 3, isn't that going to be 2.1? Then I'm going to keep this coefficient here. Right. Then I'm going to do the division between the exponents. 10 to the power of 8 divided by 10 to the power of 4. Guys, remember, please don't forget this exponent rule. When we are doing the division with exponents, guys, remember the same basis. We take the power in the denominator and we subtract from the power in numerator. Okay, so 10 to the power of 8 divided by 10 to the power of 4 is, guys, 10 to the power of 8 minus 4, right? This 4, guys, the power that is in the denominator must be subtracted from the power in numerator. This is our rule, guys, for exponents when we are doing division. Okay, so then it's going to be 10 to the power of 8 minus 4 is going to be 10 to the power of 4. Now, if I have to rewrite this, guys, remember my coefficient is 2.1. 2.1, I'm going to write it, times 10 to the power of 4. So my answer is going to be 2.1 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, let's look at question 14. Okay, question 14, guys. So basically, guys, it's saying is if 1 mole of substance is 6,02 times 10 to the power of 23, then the number of molecules in 100 moles is going to be 1. Then, guys, let's look at the question. First, we need to understand the question, guys. The first number is 6,02 times 10 to the power of 23, right? Then we time this number, we multiply it by 100. Guys, 100 is a whole number, right? If I write this number in the form of an exponent, 100, isn't it 10 to the power of 2? Because 10 to the power of 2, guys, 10 times 10, that will be 100. Then, if you look at the question again, 6,02 times 10 to the power of 3, and now times 100, I converted this 100 to an exponent. It became 10 to the power of 2. So basically, guys, 10 to the power of 2 times 10 to the power of 23. This 6,02 again is coefficient, right? If we say 6,02 times 10 to the power of 3 times 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 23 and 10 to the power of 2, guys, remember we have same basis. Remember the rule. We're going to add the powers. So 23 plus 2 will be 25. So my answer is going to be, guys, 6,02 times 10 to the power of 25. Guys, again, 100 is a whole number. I'm going to write 100 in the form of an exponent. It's going to be 10 to the power of 2. And I'm going to multiply 10 to the power of 2 with 6,02 times 10 to the power of 23. 6,02 in this case is my coefficient. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say 10 to the power of 23 times 10 to the power of 2. Same basis, we add the power when we do multiplication. So I'm going to say 10 to the power of 23 plus 2 will be 10 to the power of 25. And then my number is going to be 6,02 times 10 to the power of 25. Correct? Question 15. Question 15, guys. If the mass of a proton is 1,67 times 10 to the power of negative 24 gram, what is the mass of 1,000 proton? It's similar question, guys. With question 14. The only thing is that I have a negative power here, so I need to think of that, guys. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say 1,000 times 1,000 times, guys, 1,67 times 10 to the power of negative 24. 1,000 is what, guys? When I write this number in the form of an exponent, it becomes 10 to the power of 3. Because 10 to the power of 2 is 100, and another power will be 10 to the power of 3, means 10 times 10 times 10. So 3 times, I'm going to say 10 times 10 times 10. That is going to be 1,000. So same thing. Again, guys, 1,67 is my coefficient. Then I have 10 to the power of negative 24. And now 1,000, I say 1,000 is 10 to the power of 3. So again, I have the same basis. I'm doing the multiplication. I remember the rule, which tells me if you have the same basis when you're doing the multiplication, then add the powers. So 10 to the power of negative 24 times 10 to the power of 3 is 10 to the power of negative 24 plus 3. Negative 24 plus 3, guys, is negative 21. So my answer is going to be 1,67 times 10 to the power of negative 21. Okay, guys, this was the last work about this topic, scientific notation. I hope that you understood everything. If, guys, there is something you don't understand, you're struggling with, please do not hesitate to send me your questions. Okay, and I hope that you all, guys, did these questions. Nobody asked me anything, so I'm assuming that everything is okay. All right, so tomorrow or the day after, guys, I'm going to start with a new topic with you, which is going to be exponential equations. Right, I'm going to send you another video. Right, so we'll continue with this topic. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.